The recording has started.
Okay, so we're calling the meeting to order at 5:20. And we can take a look at the minutes from the last meeting. If approve them, and anybody needs to object to that?
I make a motion to approve the minutes for Monday, January 25th as written.
I'll second.
All right. Okay. All in favor? Aye.
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 Okay. No opposed, so the motion passes to approve the minutes. Next item on the agenda is to review the submittals for the architectural work to be done on Burr and the other three schools. And I guess we'll go with Gerald on that at this point. Gerald, you're on. I know that.
Hi, this is Gerald Foley. So anyway, thank you everyone for attending the meeting. So as you're aware, we had a total of 10 firms had made qualification submissions for the architectural and engineering design services for multiple schools. Under consideration were the Burr Elementary School, McKinley Elementary School, Roger Ludlow Middle School. We had Holland Hill Elementary School and North Stratfield Elementary School. So what we did is we graded, the committee members graded the firms based on their qualifications component first. And once we completed that, we scored all of the submissions. And then once we had those on file, then we opened all the fee documentation. And then we've added all the fees to the individual committee members' qualifications, and we came up with a total scoring. So we had, of the 10 submissions, the firms that scored the highest for all the committee members were Silver Petrocelli. They had scored a total of 319 points. Hibbert and Rosa, 310 points. Hoffman Architects was 240. And Gill & Gill was 259. So those numbers that I read out, that included the proposed fees. And so we had that total there, 319 for Silver Petrocelli, Hibbert and Rosa 310, Hoffman Architects 240, and then Gill & Gill 259. So based upon all the scores, my read of it is the committee is recommending, and I would concur, an award to Silver Petrocelli and Associates from Hamden, Connecticut.
Okay. Can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Since there's such a difference between the cost of these items, are we going to approach Silver Petrocelli and ask them if they are sure of their pricing and do a debrief on their costing?
We can if the committee wants it to, but I can say is for prior solicitations, Silver Petrocelli, Hibbert and Rosa, and Gill & Gill, the pricing that you see submitted has been similar, if not equivalent to, on these projects, and Hoffman Architects has traditionally been one of the higher submitters. So their fees that you're seeing here, I don't think they submitted to the last offering that we did with this, but prior ones, their fees have been considerably higher than all the other
Actually,
firms.
Hoffman did on the last one.
Yeah, so their fee is consistent. Yeah, it's consistent.
Yeah, they were high.
Yeah, they've been consistently high. So I have a high level of confidence that the Silver Petrocelli number, Hibbert and Rosa, and Gill & Gill, that all their numbers, they're consistent with the previous. I can, if the committee wants me to, I'll be happy to reach out to them to validate that. But I have a high level of confidence that the numbers they've submitted, that they will in fact go along with and continue the project if we deem to award them to them at those prices.
I personally do not have an issue with Silver Petrocelli whatsoever.
Okay. In the normal course of executing this contract with Silver Petrocelli, Gerald, I'm talking to you at this point.
Yeah.
Would they normally be given the opportunity to recant?
I mean, I would say it's something. I mean, I guess it could happen, but I don't recall with them us ever going to to vet their prices and them having to recant. I think all the times that I've been that we've awarded to them, when we call them up to vet their pricing, they've always been said, yep, that those are fine. We're fine as submitted.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to ask that and clarify that to see if excuse me.
Yeah, I would not anticipate that they would recant their pricing.
All right. Well, I can put my 2 cents in at this point. Excuse me. It might be somewhat relative. I'm completing a project, Roger Sherman, with a different committee, and we had Silver Petrocelli on that particular project, and I got to say that they performed excellent. David Stein is really impressed me. I can tell you that and I've been in this business a long, long time. And he came as a representative and the engineer for Silver Petrocelli. He came up very, very well, as did the project, in spite of some difficulties that we've had in trying to wrap this project up. Everything else has been picture perfect as far as the professionals and dealing with Silver Petrocelli. The other thing is that I think that they have some depth that is it's a well-established company. We've been using it for years and years, and this project that will go on for a while, specifically probably simply because it's more than just one building. It's actually a number of schools. I think that would be something that I believe them to be really uniquely qualified to handle because of the size of their company. And if you had the smaller type of operations, which some of the architects, or actually the second bid, if you will, there might be overwhelmed by the workload. Whereas I think there's enough of a bench that if needed, that they can reach back and assure us that they have ample personnel to keep the project, at least from their point of view, from the architectural point of view, on schedule.
I would agree.
I offer that up as my opinion. We will take a vote on, I guess, at the end of this discussion and approve whomever.
Rich, I would wholeheartedly agree with you because they were on the Clubhouse project, which I was a committee member, or I am a committee member on, and you're absolutely correct. They were highly professional, they performed over and above what was expected, and I think the project turned out very nicely.
No, that sounds like a good second to me of what I just stated, and I'm glad to hear that the project was successful. It sounds like a real big hit, a good success, and that's always especially as a taxpayer in this town, I'm happy to hear it.
Well, time will tell about the success of it and what people think, but being in the profession and whatnot, and having dealt with architects for the past 38 years, they are some of the nicest and most accommodating folks I know of. So,
okay. Any other comments, Sal? I know it's important to you. You have to work with these people hand in glove. Is there?
I'm fine with that selection. I'm very fine with that selection. We've worked together before. They're a good. Excuse me. They're a good company. Happy to work with them, and they're, as Rodney said, they're a good fit. Or I think you said it. They're a good company size fit to the size of the project. So I'm happy to work with them if you select them.
Okay. Any other comments by any of the committee members at this particular point? Okay, I don't hear any. I would just like to take an official vote on who each individual would recommend. I know it should be based exclusively on the calculations, but given the opportunity to do have a variation with this final numbers, so to speak. If the committee is so inclined, I would like to get a voice count.
Yeah, I agree.
Silver Petroselli
Okay.
for me.
Okay.
Well, let's. I'll make a motion to approve Silver Petroselli of Hamden, Connecticut, for the contract.
Okay, I would second that as in agreement with the recommendation. Any further votes for or nay at this point?
I'm for.
That was Len. Was that your voice vote that I heard?
Yes, I was for Silver Petroselli.
If we're voting, I vote yes.
Who was that? That's just vote yes.
That's Rod.
Rod. Okay. All right. Well, I voted yes as a second. So, based on the verbal opinion, Silver Petroselli has it as the award. We can move on as far as the agenda goes. I hate to bring this up, but do we have anything further with New England Nega at this point?
No update on that. I saw the town attorney on a different issue, and he said that was because of the cold weather. Neither him or the other attorney are pressing to get to the end of it because the New England Glass Armor just can't work in the cold. So no progress on that at the moment.
Okay, and we still will be expecting a pretty detailed response to Al Kelly's efforts in regarding the closeout items on that. Correct?
Well, what Al did and marked up was handed over to Phil Cerrone. Phil Cerrone marked up the punch list plan in CAD, so it's transmissible, via PDF, and the spreadsheet that Al made also transmittable by email electronically, and that was all handed over to Attorney Baldwin to work with Attorney. Sorry, his name escapes me at the moment. Pace. I think it's Pace. No, it's not Pace. Porto. Attorney Porto for New England Glass Armor, and we're at a standstill at this point. So we've done as much as we can at the moment.
Okay. Continuing with the agenda here, the Osborne Hill, Sal, if you just give us a quick...
Yeah, wintertime, ice and slush on the roof, so we're not going to do anything, right now. The change orders that you approved last month, they're all written up. They're circulating for signatures. Actually, they're sitting on my desk for me to carry over to Gerald. They need the actual change order needs Gerald's signature and the first select woman's signature. The state change order needs the signature of the town financial officer. Once we have those signatures, I'll take that and submit it up to the state, so we take care of that portion. And then come April, the good weather, there's basically a couple of days, week worth of work for commercial to do. There's a lot of money hanging out there for him to get that wrapped up, and hopefully it's wrapped up in April. I would, depending on the weather, and hopefully the weather ramps up quickly, and we get this one closed out. And it's been performing well. The roof's been performing well. So, it's truly just he needs some weather to do what he needs to do. Okay. Do we know off the Gerald? Do we know off the top of your head what type of money we still have in that project?
I honestly, I did not pull the financials, but I could send the committee out an update, but I don't have it right in front of me. Sorry.
All right. It's not imperative.
I think it was quite a bit. If I remember.
Yeah, that was my recollection. But I just don't remember the.
Oh, it's over 100,000, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it's up. It's up there. It's
right. Yeah, that was my recollection. I just didn't want to speak because I don't have the exact number.
All right. Now, I'm just. Sal said that we have substantial monies, and I just was, so substantial to me is anything over $100,000, and there's no way that we're going to use anything even close to that type of figure to close this job out. So we're plenty safe as far as closing the job out. So, all right, that's it on Osborne Hill then, right? So.
Yes, that's where we are with Osborne for now.
Okay. All right. Just next item up is old business. We have any?
Nope.
Okay, and then the new business?
None.
Okay. Well, I guess we're going to hear from
a motion to adjourn? Yep, I make a motion we adjourn. Well done, Rich.
Okay, I take a motion in.
I love this group.
All
right, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Oh,
everybody
who seconded the motion? Was it Rodney?
Yeah, I'll second.
I seconded it.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, perfect. All right, well, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
All right.
Take care.
Have a good evening, folks.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Be safe.
Bye-bye.